In this one, I'm going to bring you up to date with my breeding projects. I've got a couple of those going on at the moment and what I'm going to be doing with them. And I'm going to show you a future breeding project as well. So let's get straight into this one. So just before I pick you off the tripod and show you the Cryptoheris spilaris and the Parachromis multifasciatus, I just want to show you this. And these are my Therichthys maculopinnis, which used to be Eliotai cichlids. They're breeding already. I think I got them, 3 weeks ago-ish? Especially that's when I'm doing this video. So could be out by a week or two, depending on when I put the video out, obviously. I got these off a guy called Phil and Bill from Bill's Cichlid Room when I went to the auction. And the great thing is the male came from Phil's stock and the female came from Bill's stock. And they both came from very, very different parts of the country. So I would assume that they're not related. So the parents are not related, which is quite a good thing. And they've obviously already had fry. So I noticed that they were spawning in a pot a few days ago. It's probably about over a week now, to be honest. And then I came in, and this video you're watching now, I basically just fed the fish, threw a load of small granules in, and then I realized that I'd thrown the granules right next to where those fry were. So all the other fish are trying to eat these granules, and the two parents are having to work the socks off to keep those fish away. So that was a bit of a schoolboy error. But I nearly said a funny story then, but it's not funny because it probably did me head in. I moved these young to a fry tank, and I didn't put a sponge in there. Can you believe I did not put a sponge in the fry tank? So obviously they all died, which was an absolute mistake on my part, which gutted me. So let me get you off the tripod and show you where I'm at with those two species. All right, so if you remember with this tank, I had basically took it down so I could have those blinds up there fitted, and I filled it back up. So what I did was I just moved the young Cryptoheris spilaris in here. There's about, I reckon there's about 10 to 15 in there now. And I moved 2 of the males, or it might be 3 actually, of the males that I had. Yeah, 3 males into this tank. I'm going to sell all of these Cryptoheris spilaris. Now I'm in a position at the moment where actually I was going to take them, and I think I said it in a previous video that I was going to take them to maybe Wharf or another fish shop or whatever, but I've managed to sell quite a few of them. So with the rate that they're going at, I may not need to do that, but I will get to a point where I will need this tank, and I will have to take them to a fish shop. Now the younger are definitely an inch. Some of them might be a little bit smaller, like that one there, that's just not growing, but some of them are bigger. So the average is about an inch on these fish. And then obviously we've got these 3 males, which I just don't need them. I've got a spare male and I've only got 1 female anyway. So yeah, like I said, at the moment I'm not in a massive rush. Check them out, they're proper cute, aren't they? I'm not in a massive rush, so, but if anyone's interested, let me know. And I don't ship or anything like that, but you know, I am I can, if you're in the Northwest, so you can get to me, you know, we can do a good deal on them, whatever anyway. But the 3 big ones are males, so there's no females in there from a bigger size. But obviously if anyone's interested in a group of these, hit me up, let me know, and we'll sort something out. I would have been using this tank maybe for the Therichthys, but that didn't work out well, so I'm not in any rush. However, they are ready to go. Let me move you over to the Parachromis multifasciatus. These are my multifasciatus, formerly Freddy, Bumblebee cichlid, Yellow Jacket, whatever you want to call them. And I have got 10 of these left. I had quite a few of these, and they got to a point where they did pick each other off, and I have moved on two groups of 6 and a group of 4 to people that I know, because I know a lot of people reached out to me when I bred these fish to say that the parents' ventral fins were not great, and I was very aware of that, and I knew what I was doing. It was a case of, you know what, we'll grow some young and we'll see how they turn out. And everyone that I've got to this size, they've all got 2 ventral fins, and the ventral fins are fine at this point. So the 3 people that I've moved those on to are all friends, and they're all people that I know, and they are very much in the know, and very much part of this journey, if that makes sense. So if it gets to a point where we are concerned in any way, we'll just keep them ourselves and we'll do something with them. Now, a couple of people on other socials have said to me, well, what are you going to do if they grow and they're like that? I'll be dead honest with you guys, they would become feeders, and I know a lot of people turn their nose up with me at that, but that's what happens in the wild. You know, they get picked off, and you shouldn't be. It's worse to put fish out into the hobby that shouldn't be out in the hobby. So that's my opinion, and I would use them as feeders, but like I said to you, as you can see, that one's got a bit of tail nipping. They are very, very aggressive, honestly, as young. So yeah, I've kept 10, and I'm going to grow these as much as I can. Couple down here as well. Yeah, so I'm going to grow these as much as I possibly can, and we'll see what happens. And if I can get a pair out of them, I might keep a pair myself, but at some point I will probably have to move these on. But so far so good, and really, really happy with how this has turned out. You know, it was a risk, I'll admit that, but the risk has paid off. So I've managed to be able to create some of these. This is a fish that isn't readily available in the hobby in the UK. In this country, we just don't get the chance to keep fish like this on a regular basis. And I want people to own them. Honestly, the amount of people that have reached out to me on all platforms to ask me if they can buy some of these off me is unbelievable, honestly. The desire for this fish, when they see the parents, and I will put a clip of the parents on this video right now, so for anyone that doesn't know what the parents of these fish look like, just check them out, and they are absolutely beautiful. So you can imagine people want to keep fish like this. And the great thing with the Parachromis multifasciatus is that it doesn't get as big as the Dovii or the Jaguar cichlid. So that's where I'm at with that at the moment. That has been a successful couple of projects. I would do more, but I just don't have room in the fish room right now. It is something that obviously I'm looking at, and I want to adapt the best I can to make sure that I can grow more out at any one time, because there's a lot of fry that I've had in the fish room that I haven't been able to pull due to room. I've got a lot of up and coming projects. You know, we've got some Nanalutis, we've got some Salvini, we've got some Briodori, you know, the list goes on. I've just got a new fish, which I'm not saying at this point because I think that video is after this one, but yeah, another one that I want to do. So there's quite a lot going on, and I just need room to grow them out, guys. And obviously, I just enjoy it. I'm enjoying the programs. You know, I wish I could do more. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I just want to say a massive, massive thank you for all the support you guys give me. You know, any interaction, and it's just brilliant. You know, this community is amazing. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know, click the subscribe button. Ping the bell for notifications. It is free of charge, but it is your choice, you know. It would be very much appreciated if you did, obviously. And yeah, I think I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to sign off, and I will see you all on the next one.